So it's time to look forward. Look at a future Chicago without a handgun ban. What will that hold? Chicago's gun ban, it's never worked to reduce violence. The drive-by shootings are so commonplace that they don't make it to the front page unless there's a death that goes along with them.
4 kids got shot yesterday. A little girl got shot on Monday. It's time for this nonsense to stop. This is not Beirut. This is not Fallujah. It's Chicago. We need carry permits now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago are using public policies like gun control and gun registration and no right to carry in the name of a false sense of security, and all of our lives are at risk. This event is primarily sponsored by the Illinois State Rifle Association, which is pushing for conceal and carry, and it's essential that on Heller's anniversary, this is the first year of a Heller decision, with Justice Scalia writing the opinion, said that there is now an individual right to bear arms and for self-defense.
We're taking part in the political process of changing the law, of challenging the law, of saying Chicago's law is unconstitutional.
Several years ago, my husband and I were targeted by a mentally ill family member, and we went to the authorities wanting to be able to carry a firearm for personal protection, and they said no, that's not legal in the state of Illinois. Many states already have concealed carry laws on the books that would provide for situations like I was in, that I would be able to protect myself.
Today is the anniversary of the D.C. Heller ruling. What do you feel the impact of that ruling has been and will be for the country and the state of Illinois?
Well, it's had a major effect because right now you find that both Democrats and Republicans are uniting to realize that the gun control agenda is falling by the wayside. Many of the villages, municipalities of Illinois, like Morton Grove, Wilmette, some of these areas have already abandoned their handgun bans because they realize the Heller decision, it makes them unconstitutional.
Well, it's very hard to say. In fact, granted, it wasn't a state decision. It was about a district. So it was interesting. I believe shortly thereafter, San Francisco dropped some of their legislation, some of their ordinances.
I think what I see the Heller case as is a landmark decision that decided that we do, as individuals, have the right to keep and bear arms. Now we're moving on to new ground to define shall not be infringed.
In the D.C. versus Heller ruling, Justice Scalia states that, like most rights, this right, secured by the Second Amendment, is not unlimited.
Well, a right not being absolute. You know, law-abiding, responsible adults, I think, is what we're talking about here. There's still a need to keep firearms out of the hands of violent criminals, the mentally ill, like in the situation I was in. So we still need to have some of those provisions in order to protect society.
Well, frankly, I do disagree. Of course, it can't be used, seditiously or for criminal means, that sort of thing, obviously.
In reality, it's contradictory, and it will be clarified. There will be additional case law in the next 10 years to clarify exactly what that obscure language means. But the main thing is that an individual right to keep and bear arms was construed, and that's the real message in this Heller decision. Chicago can win this fight. Illinois can win this fight. But it's going to take a push at the local level and throughout America. God bless America. Thank you very much.